Attention! Attention! Listen! Welcome aboard, Shade the Ninja Dragon! You are invited to this live stream of We Play Tanks! And you better follow... and I better follow those orders closely! Do I make myself clear? That's what I like to hear. Sector 1 is just a training sector. Now that's what I like to hear. Those beginning sectors are just training sectors. Those next sectors will be a challenge. Or should I say, the real deal. I'm doing great. Now, Mission 5 is a challenge, if you ask me. Why is Mission 5 a challenge? Get this. Those teal tanks, or should I say turquoise tanks, have been training hard enough to get faster firepower than the player's tank. I'm with you. As we progress further into our campaign, those tanks will progressively get harder than you could ever possibly imagine. Oh, that's why. Don't worry, I fixed this up. Now, Mission 7 is more of a challenge. I hate them. They make my skin crawl. We're introduced to the yellow tank, or simply called the bomber tank. Well, that's a tough question. Looks like I'm sucking my butt off there. Ireland! Oh, Ireland! What is it? Tell me, what is it? Welcome aboard, soldier! Oh, yes, he left. Oh, well. Looks like it's back to training and some fighting. Oh. That's what I like to hear. What is it? Oh, yes. That's what I like to see. Very funny. Thank you for subbing to Ferrari One Fanatic YouTube Troll Defender. Didn't quite expect that, but I'll take that. Okay, how did I survive that? hear me this. Yeah, consider the evil hybrids out of range. Ooh, I managed to get that double kill. I get it. That mission I was on, I was introduced to the pink tanks called the Spammer tanks. Managed to snipe it. Mission 12 is my favorite mission. The mission of hell. You best find better some tactical aims, or the green tank is gonna give you consequences for not aiming tactically. Did you know that my favorite tank in We Play Tanks is the green tank? They got tactical aims. We managed to connect that shell to that teal tank. Mission 14 is the real course of hell. Nobody has ever gotten past this level ever. Wait, really? I know that for a fact that in Mission 14 of We Play Tanks, nobody has ever snuck past my favorite tanks, green tanks, ever. purple tanks are the tanks that spam over and over again. If you get lucky with the purple tanks, you might actually get to snipe them. If you manage to connect them. Oh, Mission 16! Mission 16. Here's what I like about Mission 16 in We Play Tanks. Some people call it Mission 16, the green and purple tanks of hell. Nobody has ever gotten past any of those tanks at all. Just needed to play safe. And you better follow the purple tank, because he will fire ranging at you. Mission 17 is the mission of hell. Listen up. Listen up, soldiers. I'm going to explain to you why Mission 17 is the green tank turrets of hell. Nobody has ever gotten past this on their first try, ever. On We Play Tanks, you mean? It's full of green tanks, and it's all... and the difficulty is hell. But if you play it safe, if you play that mission safe without failing, you might actually pass Mission 17. But for me, this is hell. I see. But my soldier, Toonie, of which I spell it Tooni, is a We Play Tanks addict. What's that? Oh. time for me to take a quick snack break. Be right back in just a few short. These are a crate of M&Ms. Thank you.
Thank you. Ah, I see. Uh oh. What did I dare? Oh. What's happening? Don't know what happened here. Or maybe you went to the other world.
Snack time's over! Those brown tanks. What kind of alarm do I use? Well, I use the whistle call for when it's time for me to stop or when it's time for me to resume. Oh, a shooting star. What's happening? Well, it is not for me if you ask me. Oh, oh my God. Now then, I will explain the colored tanks. Brown tanks are the starter tanks. Yes, we do. Let me explain all the colored tanks, okay? The brown tank is the starter tank. Or should I say, a dummy tank. The dummy tank is... The dummy tank is just a plain old tank who just sits around and does nothing and is such a lazy bum. But the gray tank, however, they start to move a little and they fire one bullet. If you manage to outsmart them, if you manage to outsmart the gray tanks, you're gonna become the greatest fighter there is in We Play Tanks. Now for the teal or turquoise tanks. They're like gray tanks, or should I say black tanks, but demoted. If you line your bullets correctly at the correct target, you'll be able to outsmart them if you fire many bullets. Okay, I managed to get myself a double kill. Welcome aboard! You're just in time. I was just explaining all the colored tanks from the We Play Tanks. Because I've known 100% about Wii tanks. I've known that through Toonie's channel. I am using a Wii U backwards compatible. Yeah, you do. And take a look at this. I'm controlling your tank. Now, I've known about those colored tanks from We Play Tanks. Do you want me to explain some of them? Alrighty. Let's take a moment to examine. Brown tanks. They are the starter tanks, or should I say, the dummy tanks. They literally don't do nothing except target for when you are being targeted unexpectedly. You can easily outsmart this dummy tank by firing just one or maybe two bullets. And now for the improved Gray Tank. The Gray Tanks, they're the improved version of brown tanks, except that they move at player speed, of which that's Max's tank. Welcome aboard, Maxetta! You're here so the Gray Tanks are the movable tanks. They move on their own, but at the player tank's speed. If you manage to get close to them and you have to outsmart them, the red tank, you ask? Well, good question. The red tank, not to be confused, well, there are two types. The player 2 one and the opposing force one. The player 2 red tank tags along with the player 1 tank. It's an ally that will help you succeed through your missions. And also, the opposing forces of red tanks, or some people call it pink tanks. Or magenta, I should say. Welcome aboard. Now, the pink or magenta tank, they are spammers. That's what Tunic calls those red or magenta tanks. Spammers. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about spamming bullets. Because they spam about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullets. And if you manage to put up a good fight with the magenta tank, okay. Okay. So the turquoise or teal tanks, they're like the demoted versions of black tanks. They move at a slow speed, but they fire fast bullets. Or, as I call those fast bullets, rocket bullets. If you manage to block those okay, the cyan tank is for you, Maxwellette. Oh, and by the way, is the cyan tank a rocket bullet shooter for Maxwellette's tank? Just wondering. All right. The yellow tanks, they are... So let me explain the yellow tanks. Yellow tanks are bomber tanks. They sometimes manage to flank you by setting out bombs and unexpectedly firing when you're engaging with another tank. And also, when we talked about the yellow tanks, now we get into my most favorite tank, the green tank. Or as Tooney calls the green tank, the sniper. Here you go, Maxwell. Now, for the green tank, some people call green tanks snipers. They are stationary tanks. They don't lay lemon pies. And here you go, green tank for Maxetta. Oh, and by the way, Maxetta, is your green tank stationary or mobile? Just wondering. Ah, okay. Yes, I may have spares. Speaking of purple tanks, they are the fast ones. If you get too close, they might run away from as far from you. But you can manage to outsmart them if you can flank them. Max turn, purple tank for you. And max turn, the purple tank you have seems to be fast. And they're the opposite of... And they are the opposite of the player tank. They mirror every move you make. And now we go in for special ones. The white tank. White tanks are invisible. At first they may look invisible, and they will turn invisible like ghosts, but you can manage to stop them if you follow the white tank's movements through your ghostly. For white tanks, if you ask. They turn invisible, but still, they leave tank marks. And if you manage to outsmart in their movements, if you follow them, you'll have a high chance of outsmarting this. And finally, Max Tonnet, thank you. And finally, the black tank is the deadliest tank of all. The black tank, simply known as the fastest and deadliest tank of all, is the fastest and the most powerful tank in all of We Play Tanks. They're like the upgraded version of the teal tanks, except that they have faster speed, and their difference is that they still fire the rocket bullets, but they ricochet 2 times in a row. Now, who's gonna... Max Ron. Black tank is for you. Now, I was wondering, do I have a tank? Because I know I have some spares that I would like.
So, well, over the years, alrighty, what color is my tank gonna be? Because I know I have tons of spare tanks. Ranging from brown to... okay, red tank. Which red tank are you talking about? The enemy variant or the player 2 variant? The player... the second player variant? Okay, this goes for the same with my sub-drill instructor, right? Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, here you go. And my toads have served in the Wee Tanks military course. And do they get the enemy variant tanks or the player variant? Take care, Shade. Take care. Okay. So, I'm... 10:19 p.m. So I was wondering, could I give the enemy tank... the orange tanks, they're unused, but can be modified if you can use hue color adjustments. They have, I'd say, their speed is a little faster than the player tank, and they sometimes alter firing bullets, like firing smoky ones and firing rocket-powered ones. Here you go. No worries, I got spares for those Sprixies. Speaking of the Sprixies, of whom I love, have they joined in? Welcome aboard! And where are my toad soldiers? Oh, I'm hearing some banging on that door. Welcome back aboard. Now now you may not know this, but don't know about that, but I figured out that if you complete the 20 missions, you are a dedicated soldier. I've done that group graduation song. I came up with a good song. I do. And I came up with a good song that will make you feel like you are manly enough to take on 100 missions. Because 20 missions are just training missions. Ready? I don't know what you're talking about, but we play tanks are